Now, I don't want to stress anyone out. I don't want to put any kind of undue stress on you. But there is a good chance that things are going to get a little bit weird shortly. Dan,
dicey.
We had some reports come in to us here at Hack the Dino Gaming Cast, where we bring you the past, present, and future of video games news, previews, and discussions.
I like that because that's a Christmas, like the Scrooge tale.
Yes. The ghost of Dat Arse came to us and informed us that there may be some hijinks in the Dino PC. By hijinks, I mean absolute bullshit.
Gremlin.
So I just want you to remember this and this thing only. Dan?
What?
Tell them.
Tell them what?
Tell them the very important thing.
Oh, never cross the streams.
No, that's not it. Braden? The important thing, please.
The important thing?
Yeah.
The really important thing?
No, the one higher than that. You know, the capital letters, important thing.
I'm looking at the gremlin that is chewing on the power cable of the computer, and it's giving me the thumbs up.
The one from The Simpsons that's on the plane wing?
Yeah, it looks like that one.
No, it's the one from the Twilight Zone that's on the plane.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one The Simpsons is referencing.
Correct. See? He's out to take his revenge, this little gremlin, in the computer. And he looks like Johnny Cage.
There is actually
a Johnny Cage in my
Johnny
Hack the
Cage
Dino PC.
in the PC. Maybe he was pulling at some wires, and that's what causes the. Oh no, that's
maybe
gonna happen
he
this
nut
episode.
punched the CPU.
Junk punch. Definitely the junk punch right in the CPU. And you know what? Deserved.
And he signed an autograph and threw it in, and it went in a bit and fucked it up.
But before all that happens, and possibly
Does
after,
anyone have any idea what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about the second half of 2023 and recapping the year that was, because everyone loves those shows. And you will too, because if you don't, we know where you live.
You'll remember those spicy moments.
What spicy moments?
Of the second half of the year.
Oh, those spicy moments. I thought we were alone.
No. Never alone. I got an Apple Watch, mate. Sending all that shit to whatever that guy's name is now that owns Apple that no one cares about.
Mr. Apple.
Mr. Apple Jobs.
Tim Cook.
Tim Cook. Cooking up some serious
apple pie.
Anyway, here's the show. We have a very special person who supports this show called Michael Towns in Game Boy Games. It's like a boy in the ocean that bobs up and down. But this one helps you play games.
What are you saying? Doesn't he have an ad that's like a video? You don't do that anymore.
We don't do ads because we do live ads because we want to make sure Michael Towns.
I didn't know that.
Michael Towns gets his value for money. So, have you played any of Michael Towns' Game Boy games, Dan?
Yes.
Yes, you
I
have.
was about to say about and he's, for those who don't know, he's a local Adelaide game developer.
Yeah.
He specializes in Game Boy style games, if you will, and then puts them onto carts so you can actually play them in your Game Boy. I was in the game. You were in a game. You did one about Avcom. We were in it.
I've been in 2 games.
Oh, have you? He does. He's got a repertoire. He makes women cry who play it online.
Bonesy.
His dog's game.
Yep. He's got Scary Maze game.
Scary Maze game.
Yep. And there's also other great games.
A whole bunch of them.
They're all good. You can play them for free. Floppy game. We forgot about the floppy
He
game.
actually, when I saw him doing this, I actually went and thought, I'm going to see how to do this. And I went and downloaded the kit. And I suppose this was the first time I'd ever tried making games.
Yep.
And I did like an up, down, left, right character walking up and down. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And then it just wasn't how I envisioned it would be.
No?
Yeah. But then...
Not as fun as making your own game?
Oh, it was just different. Also, I was never a massive fan of the Game Boy. I didn't like the colours.
No, that's fair enough. I absolutely loved it, and it's very near and dear to my childhood. To the point where if I see a Game Boy game in a box that has that Game Boy logo down the side, so ingrained in my memories of me going to video game shops and seeing the wall with them everywhere and just seeing that logo, I have to get it.
I had that for NES boxes.
Yeah.
Like, real bad, because when I was growing up, there's no place to sell games. So the only place that I really knew that sold games was like one Dick Smith that was on like South Road or something, and they had like a wall of them like this wide. There was probably like, 30.
Yep.
But to me, it was like the best thing in the world. And like, I would go down there and just look at them and just dream about like them
Owning
all.
them all.
And you'd always get home, you get one, it'd be the best day of your life. You get home, it's fucking rubbish.
Yep.
Gyromite.
That's the
That fucking game that came with it is the worst game in the world. With Rob the robot,
Yeah,
you need him, and like you have to spin tops, and I'm like, I just used to just press it myself, and it's just not a fun game.
No.
There's at no point in it. It's not like Mario, which was like this like game that games that give you a vision that there's this whole world and what could be coming out, what could be like it could be anything. Oh my god, it's a silver level. Remember that level? It's like a silver level in Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers.
Silver level.
It's like black level. It's like kind of all grey and white.
Oh, that's the castles.
No,
Inside the castles.
it's an outdoor level.
Oh, the outside one. Yeah,
There's like
World
one,
4.
and
Yeah.
I like that to me like blew my mind the first time I saw it. I'm like, the color palette's different.
Wow.
But and Gyromite did not have that.
Yeah. Do you know what is better than those games, though? Michael Towns from Game Boy Games. If you'd like to play those games for free, you can head on over to hackthedino.com. Follow the links that we've got there to Michael Towns. Oh, and also, big announcement, Michael Towns sent me a form today, which is over at hackthedino.com, where you can fill it out and maybe appear in the sequel to the floppy game. That's right. Head on over to hackthedino.com or join our Discord. You can fill out a form. Yes, Dan?
What happened in what was the premise of the floppy game? I haven't played that one.
I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
What do you do in it?
So
is it like a Pokemon? Like, what's its style?
So it's...
it's not a visual novel.
kind of is.
I know.
Floppy's either the villain or the hero. I don't know which one. Anto's in it. Anto dies, and then Antu comes. Steps in. Antu.
And 2. That's a good one. I like that.
And then they're all saved in the end by Spider-Ben.
Makes sense.
So we live streamed it. It was a good fun.
How long does it go for?
About 20 minutes. That's a great time. I haven't played the Game of the Year, the Goatsy special one yet. So we'll have a fun time. 50-50 chance, says Michael Towns. 50% chance I'll add you to the game. 50% chance I'll sell your info.
50% chance he'll make the game at all.
No, he'll make it.
Michael Towns in the chat. How long does it take you usually to create these games? We're going to go on with whatever's next, and I just want to know that question.
Yeah, all right. What we're going to talk about now, Dan, is your game. Your little pearl of a pearler, the biggest pearl that ever came out of a crustacean.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that. Yeah, so my game that I've been working on since January this year. So I decided I was going to make my own game. I've shown it on this show before.
You have?
The last time I was on. But it's been going in leaps and bounds since then. So it's hard to talk about without showing it. There's the opening screen. So the game's called End of Ember. And the storyline of the game is you're a girl. I'm Ember. And you have some parents. They're not mistreating you or anything, but you basically they're rich socialites. Maybe they shouldn't have had children. You know what I mean? Like they don't care about you.
You're an accessory rather than a child.
Yeah, and you kind of deal with that by like regressing into like your sticker books and your stationery and that kind of stuff. And then one day through them being crap parents, they accidentally get you killed, and you end up in hell accidentally, instead of going to heaven. And, you still smile through it. No, it's okay. Well, it's all right. You're keeping your smile on forever. And then you wait in a line for 1,000 years to get into hell. And you get to the counter and they're like,
Sorry.
Should I explain more?
I just saw a power-up in this game that we're watching at the moment, your game, Dan. And the power-up was spit
roast.
Spit roast, firing out of your back and your front.
And if you look closely at what those things are you're firing out, if you pause it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what they are. Anyway, you get sent to hell accidentally. You go crazy, and a legendary hell item appears in front of you in the form of a chainsaw, and you get the power of these hell powers that you're not supposed to have, and you go on a rampage, seemingly just fight your way out of hell, but you're actually digging your way deeper into hell, and that's all I'm going to say. And you go straight away. You go into the personal hell section, where every room in this game is someone else's personal hell, or a homage from a horror film.
Like
I
we
love
just
horror.
saw The Exorcist.
Well, you seen this one? Super Spoon. This is an actual item that if you have a look, if it fires out random sperms and it makes whoever it hits pregnant, and then they get pregnant and their stomach, you can see here the way getting pregnant,
Yeah.
and then he explodes.
So how would you
But if
describe
it-
it? The
but-
gameplay for the
So it's a
audio listeners?
top-down twin-stick shooter, a la a Binding of Isaac. It's basically a mashup of all my favourite things. Number 1, Binding of Isaac. Number 2, Smash TV. And this is the shop from Gremlins right now. That's Mr. Wing. And with all horror things in it. So it's got, So it has a whole, if you're into horror, it's got lots of horror homages. It's very tongue-in-cheek.
Is it randomly generated, the rooms?
It's procedurally generated. The rooms themselves aren't randomly generated. It's just randomly put in there through corridors. See, I got my latest guy here, the goat, business goat. When you kill them, you won't hear it here. It does the screaming goat sound. You know, like, I just wanted to make a game that I never thought any games, I've said this before, games are never as violent as I want them to be.
This is very violent.
I'm not like some psychopath who likes gore porn. I just like comedy horror. So I like over the top violence. Like in Evil Dead when an arm gets chopped off and it sprays too much blood out. I like that. I think it's funny.
Yep.
Here's one of my treasure rooms. You can see one of the power ups there. So I've got around about 40 power ups at the moment. That are all it's all synergy, so they all work on each other. So the main goal of the game is you start with like crappy weapons, and the goal is to get strong enough to beat the boss at the end of each level.
Is it
you
similar
won't be able...
in any way to Vampire Survivor?
No.
No.
So Vampire Survivor is a auto battler kind of thing where all you do in Vampire Survivor is walk around.
What are we looking at here?
Oh, I call them smashers.
Okay. Can you describe what the smasher is?
It's a giant penis with broken glass all stuck in it that smashes you against the wall. That guy's pregnant. Look. Oh, he's not now. And you fight horrible. So you're in hell. People are surprised when there are some horrible things in this game.
I think it's amazing.
Braden, can you cut to some of my more recent videos? This is a playthrough.
Right.
But I got some of my brand new rooms. So which one are you going to first, Braden?
First one we'll go to is Silent Hill.
So I've got a Silent Hill room,
Right.
which I made the other day. It's just a room. It's just a homage. It's nothing exciting, but I was just happy about it and stuff like that. We looked like we're frozen.
No, we're not frozen. We're fine.
Okay, cool.
Hello, everyone. We're back here from the past to bring you the future. The future is the Dino PC crapped itself. There was a whole issue, but we're here to finish the show because we are anything but finishers. That's right. When we start something, we finish, whether it be in an aeroplane, on a chest, we will make it happen. That's our promise to you. Hack the Dino.
Why isn't Dan's mic working?
Hack the Dino. What? Dan's not. Oh, Dan.
Are we back?
Oh, Dan's back. All right.
I'm Evo 3.
So if you're watching this at home
My favourite car.
and this is all jumping all over the place, it's because I had to edit the crap out.
Oh, no, there we are. We're back.
I'm back.
No, are you? Talk.
Yeah.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're all here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank God. Christ on a bike.
Much like the Dino PC,
Jesus.
these games tried to do something and failed miserably. It's time
It's that
for
segment?
Yeah, it's
Oh
time
my
for
God.
At Least You Tried games in name only. And Dan,
Oh, this is my part.
it is. What are the games that failed the most this year?
Okay, so the games that tried to be a game but didn't end up being a game are as follows. Gollum,
Dun dun.
Skull Island,
Do do.
The Walking Dead Destinies,
Boo boo.
Redfall,
Boo.
Crambos,
Boo.
Rocky City.
Rocker City.
And we've got some special mentions as well by other people. Holding
Holding a job in the gaming industry in all these layoffs, and Sony's digital media ownership policies, and Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield was a bit of a...
Honorable mentions. Did you play Starfield?
I tried.
Was it boring?
Yeah, I downloaded it and I played it, and it seemed like a competent game, but like I just went back and started playing Binding of Isaac again. Like it just didn't. It didn't do. It wasn't bad, but it didn't I didn't need to keep playing it. And I don't like what put me off was like, oh, we were shooting people, it's fine. I was like, oh, cool, there's not much story. I just like shooting, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'll build up. But then I got in my spaceship, and I had to fly somewhere, and I hate flying spaceships.
Right.
In any game. And they're like, oh, dude, shoot down these ships coming. And I did it, and they're like, there's 5 more coming. Shoot them. And I shot them. They're like, there's some more coming. I'm like, I'm out. Like, I just don't care. If there's going to be more of this, it's that whole thing, when you're in space and then they like fly past you and you're like, oh, I have to turn the ship around. And they fly past straight back you again. You're like,
turn the ship around.
But yeah, it just wasn't my thing.
Leia knows where Luke is.
Okay.
And so.
And the winner is of the worst game of the year.
And the winner is, I wanted to say that.
Okay.
It's my section.
Okay.
And the winner is, with 35.71%, which is quite large, Gollum.
Not so precious now.
No
huh?
clapping there.
No.
I haven't actually seen any footage of this game. I just heard it was like a bloody living abortion.
It was rough, and the company dissolved itself afterwards.
It doesn't look that bad.
Oh, it got worse. It got worse.
What are some of the bad bits?
It's boring for a start.
People in the chat are saying this was a bad game, but it's not Kong bad. Well, you guys voted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, Braden, should we move on to August and what happened in August?
Yes, we certainly can. So, in August, we got Nintendo announcing that Charles Martinet will be stepping back from recording the voices of Mario and other characters, and we're getting a new Mario voiced by someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that guy?
It was the
that's
first
the old guy.
first one
Yeah.
we got was Mario Wonder.
I like Mario Wonder.
Mario Wonder's a great game.
As soon as I heard that existed, I went and bought it. I didn't know for like ages.
Yeah, probably the only time you played the Switch in the last year, right?
No, I played the Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, really?
And yeah, that Mario Wonder game is pretty out there good.
It's great. I'm a big fan of it.
I was skeptical at first, and but then I was like, oh, 2D. I do like my 2D Mario games, but I haven't liked how they've been going with like the 4-player emphasis and all that kind of stuff, and it's just not my thing. And then I played the last couple, and they were okay, but then everyone's like, oh, dude, this is I just saw some reviews, and they're like, this is a return. This may be the best game since like Mario Land, and I'm like, well, Mario Land is one of the best games in the entire world, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. That Half-Life, World, sorry.
Well,
World.
I understood, yeah.
Not Land, not the Game Boy one.
Everyone understood.
Yeah. Mario World. And yeah, I put it on. And to me, Mario World, what makes it so crazy good was like, I thought about it, and it was just those bits that were in it that you didn't have to go to or do, like Star Road, or those weird bits where you had to like get on a Yoshi and then jump under the flag and jump off of him and sacrifice him to get, and this game is just like bonkers like that. Like,
oh, it's just fun. And they've
got the new Wonder Seeds, which is basically
tripping out.
Yeah, it's basically a license to just go fucking ham.
Yep.
Like, it's just like, oh, this is the level. Yeah, this is the physics of the game. This is what the game does, and it's basically a game breaking item.
Yep.
So it can do anything. So, and it will just like, it will be anything. It'll be like, maybe there'll be like. They'll like the thing that wowed me when you first started is the level where all the fucking plants start.
I was about to say that. Yes.
You're just playing the game, and then all the piranha plants it like changes, and they all start singing, and it's like a musical number while you're playing, and they're coming in on the sides like boop boop ba da 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 da. And I was like, what the? Whoa.
I think Braden and I have spoken about that particular level every episode since Mario Wonder came out.
But I mean, everyone's going to say that because that's very early in the game. But then there were some levels that I really... usually, if I can't do something... this is it here right now. Usually, if I can't do something, I get really frustrated. But there were... the levels where you just have to find, like, certain things in every level. Mm-hmm. And how complex some of the puzzles get of trying to find those things. And, you need certain items or, buffs to get them. And I just fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is, old gaming, but done in a new way.
It was my personal game of the year. I loved it that much. It even beat Tears of the Kingdom for me.
Oh, it easily beat Tears of the Kingdom. It did not beat Alan Wake.
Fair enough.
Because it is still, deep down, it's a Mario game.
Yep.
As in, Alan Wake did something that hasn't been done.
Yeah.
Like,
just from what I've seen with Braden.
To do that now,
Mm.
it's like, there's your one to see if for the people watching now. Oh, no. Oh, it is. It's just not one that you actually do anything. What were we talking about?
September. We're moving on to September. What happened in September in 2023? On the 7th September, Entertainment Software Association announced that there will be no E3 in 2024. And as we spoke previously, there will be no E3 ever anymore. On the 13th of September, Unity Technologies announced that a new retroactive listening fee for the Unity game engine start in basically.
Licensing fee.
What did I write here?
You said listening. They did a whole new licensing thing.
Yep.
It got so much backlash from the community, and people were like, "This is so money grubbing. Like, we'll just bankrupt so many people if they actually implement this." It was a whole thing. That entire week was just dedicated to discussing this whole Unity thing.
Yep, and they backtracked.
I was going through it. I'm a Unity user.
Oh, really?
Everyone around me is a Unity user. The dudes who make Hollow Knight are Unity users. And, they were just like, we're not going to fucking move from Unity. Fuck it, who cares?
What, would they just not pay, or?
Yeah. But I don't know. Like,
It's just something you have to cop.
if you never, ever wanted Silksong to come out, they could move.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
ever.
mean-
They'd have to remake everything.
Yeah.
The entire everything from scratch.
And on the 27th, Jim Ryan, CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, announced his intent to leave Sony by April 2024. And of course, he recently got a departing gift. Did you guys see what he got?
I did not until I opened this image to bring up now.
All right.
And it looks awesome.
Let's show everyone watching on youtube.com/Hack The Dino. It's a Sony PlayStation 5 done as the original PlayStation. So the original PlayStation color schemes, original PlayStation box. This is a one-off, one of the kind, going to Jim Ryan.
And I love the fact that
I could bring that out and people would buy it now. I would.
Absolutely.
they've done the controller port and everything.
Is it actually attached to the controller?
That's so fun.
Or is it just like-
It looks like it is. Goes all the way around to it.
That does look great.
I like that controller, eh?
I like the fact that Sony's now old enough that they can start having nostalgic kickbacks.
Retro style.
Yeah.
Well, they're all kind of that. Like, there isn't many game companies that couldn't do even Xbox could do retro Xbox
Well, they
stuff.
bought out the Duke, I think, last year or 2 years ago. They re-released the Duke.
But PlayStation's been doing a lot of that stuff. Remember, like what's it, PlayStation game that came out with a little robot on PlayStation 5? What was that?
Astrobot.
That had heaps of that stuff in it. You
Yeah.
know, like collect the old, like all the hardware and shit.
Loved
Like,
it.
I actually like that. Doing that.
Do you know what I like?
Yes.
I like having wonderful guests on our show to talk about all the things video gaming. Like Dan.
Thanks,
Dan
man.
here, being a wonderful guest. So now it's time to announce the award for the best Hack the Dino guest.
Oh, really?
And as the award for the best personification of hacking a dino. And the nominees are Jazz, Zach Sabbath, Dan, the Toy Power Podcast, Scott from the Toy Power Podcast, and Brett, who I forgot about on the voting form, but I'm sure he filled it out because the name was there in the others, and I went, oh, whoops. Sorry, Brett. And the winner is, by a small margin, I might add, by a small margin, is Jazz! Yay! Incidentally, Dan, you got, I think, 22% of the vote and came in second.
I only did one episode.
Exactly, there you go.
Jazz, did she do more than one?
Jazz did a lot because she was when Anto couldn't make it,
Oh, she stepped in.
she would jump in. So Jazz won. All right, Dan, what happened in October?
In October, let me have a look. I will tell you. On October... Oh, my phone's gone somewhere. October 4th, Nintendo announces that the online service for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software will discontinue in early April 2024.
Now, you may remember we mentioned this happening earlier in the year. That was just the announcement that you wouldn't be able to buy anything anymore. This is everything going offline. This is you cannot re-download your games that you've already purchased. It is Dunsky.
Wow. I just don't know why they just don't leave it up.
Money.
But like,
Costs for running servers. Woo!
cost for a domain, $24 a year.
Yep, that's exactly what it
Like,
is.
oh, what's in here? Bowser's like, what's this 24 fucking bucks for? And they're like, the Wii U website. And he goes,
Kill it.
fucking get rid of it, mate.
Reggie.
I don't want to see that.
Bloody Reggie. all these unnecessary costs.
I've been sweeping out Reggie's domain names for years now.
Yep.
That motherfucker.
Bloody Reggie.
I got rid of gyromite.com.
Phil's amazed. Fills his checkbook with dollars to give to people.
Is that a joke?
Just
is there a punchline going there, or are you giving a stroke?
I think you know what it is. What else happened in October?
Sorry. On the 13th of October, the acquisition of Activision. Oh my God, it's real hard to say.
That's why you're saying it.
The acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft is completed following approval from the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, and that was a big one. That was like, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How good is a business having a nah moment when their other business has a good business opportunity and they get it banned?
But we want Call of Duty. We can have it. They're
oh, but if they get that, then they'll be good.
they have power.
And we didn't do it, but actually, so it has to be illegal. But you did do it with that other company. Oh yeah, but that was us.
My favourite was Microsoft came out and said, "Oh, we're going to acquire Activision Blizzard," and then Sony came out a couple of weeks later and went, "Oh yeah, well we got Bungie." It's like, yeah, cool. You don't have Halo.
Yeah.
What else happened? Also on the 13th.
Oh man, I keep forgetting. I have to keep going.
Yes, there's other ones.
Also on the same day, Kevin Afghani is announced as the new voice of Mario and Luigi.
And the Little Flowers.
Oh, those guys?
Yeah, he voiced them all. I actually think he's pretty good.
I actually did think it was weird when the flowers talked.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, they should have only spoke in the Crazy Seed moments, because nothing else speaks in that game. So it really pulled me out of the moment. I was like, things don't talk in Mario. Why are these things just talking constantly?
It's talking in Mario.
Yeah, but not in the world like that. You know what I mean? Not when you're playing.
I liked it. I think it added another little thing, just a little remarks, and some of them are pretty.
But imagine they'd only been in the Wonder Seed moments, talking bits. It would have made them even weirder and cooler. Oh wow, because that's a game breaking moment. So already it was game breaking a Mario, and then it tried to game break it again, and I made the first game breaking thing seem not out of place.
I think they get a pass because the kingdom that they're in is the Flower Kingdom, not the Mushroom Kingdom. So things can be a little bit different.
Yeah, but the mushrooms never spoke.
Yes, they did. They went, "Wah!"
Yeah, exactly. They just do soundos.
Yeah, because they didn't have Kevin Afghani.
Link speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, on the 30th of October, Bungie laid off about more than 100 employees as part of a cost-cutting measures due to lower player counts of Destiny 2. I actually did look into this. Was I watched all those skill up videos of him going nuts about this.
Yeah.
And this was rubbish, hey.
Why did they do it? Just purely we want money?
It's one of those things, from what I understood and what I got out of watching these videos about it, it's basically just big companies that have shareholders and everything. They need the line to keep going like this.
Right.
And they need it to keep going like this, where there was nothing going wrong, but they need the line to keep going like this. So they had to and they cut dudes that have been there for 25 years and stuff like that. There was that big hullabaloo about the guy who's done all the music in games and stuff like that. This dude's he was the godfather of video game music that have been in all the fucking big fucking games and shit like that. And they just axed him.
Yeah.
This is them just going, oh yeah, doesn't matter.
This is one of the symptoms of late stage capitalism where number go up, but if number is only slightly up, that's not good enough.
Yeah. Shareholders expect a certain amount of upwards in the trajectory of their investment. And so all of these, I don't even, they were saying as well, the amount of money altogether that, all these people's salaries is a quarter of some of the higher ups, their salary.
Yeah, exactly. Can't get rid of the higher ups.
So you could get rid of one higher up person and double the amount, of the revenue. But no, that one person says, and 100 people lose their job. So it's absolute capitalism rubbish. It's it's rubbish. It's
don't do things for money, guys. Just follow your.
Well,
don't focus on the dollar. Who cares? You don't need to be rich. You can just have enough to get by and enjoy
Saying
your
that to
life.
shareholders of Bungie? Come on, Bungie shareholders. You
No,
don't have to be
no, no.
rich.
I'm speaking to everyone. All our
Yeah, but
dozens
like,
of listeners.
those people, it's not even about being rich. It's just about
Winning.
the social power
Yeah,
of
exactly. It's bullshit.
making the next million or next billion, because like you don't want to like, oh look, he doesn't have enough millions to be in our brandy club. It's like fucking Frasier all over again.
All right, let's jump to the next award. Brayden, your turn.
Oh, you didn't want to.
I didn't do the last bit.
Do you want to talk about?
Am I talking too much, Ben?
No, I was trying to make
talk
up time.
about Atari.
You don't want to talk about Atari?
Yeah, you can talk about it.
Atari announces its intent to acquire Digital Eclipse for $20. 20 million, sorry.
I
I don't think Atari have $20.
No.
Well, look at their systems, how bad they are.
For those of you listening to the podcast, we're watching one of the videos of, I can't remember what the YouTuber's name is, but he gets really old, beaten up, weather-beaten, not working consoles.
Odd tinkering.
Yeah, takes them apart, completely refurbs them, makes them look wonderful, and I have no idea why, but this is like ASMR for me. Just watching someone take apart a console and make it clean and new again.
I watch those dudes make those wood laving videos.
Yep.
Sometimes, and I find them really, when they put like resin in the wood and shit, and then they lathe it and shine it up. Oh, the shining bit's always the best moment.
Brayden!
I watch Baumgartner restoration, the art restoration videos. They're great.
Time for an award, Brad.
Oh, that's what you wanted me for.
Yeah. Oh, no. And also your insight.
We can do that too.
Yes.
We have, funnily enough, best musical moment in gaming. So this year had some real bangers when it came to music in video games. Now, your nominees are, and they're all great.
I specifically like the special mention, but we'll get to that.
I just saw it, Jesus. First up, from Alan Wake 2, the TV show musical.
Which Brayden said, "Oh, you should watch this," and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's incredible. Ross showed me at work initially.
I don't talk about it.
No spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, Dad. Good thing you didn't watch the Game Awards.
Yes.
Cool.
Then we also have from Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the Piranha Plant trip from early in the game, which we just discussed.
Yeah. Amazing.
Then we have Stray Gods from Australian development team and the voice cast of everyone ever. Pretty much all of it, the entire game, because the entire game is a musical. And we have a special mention to the sound of Rise of Kong uninstalling from my hard drive.
I like whoever said that.
I'm going to guess it was floppy.
It sounds like a flop.
Because he's the only one that would have bought it out of everyone.
He bought it as a gag as well, and then he streamed it.
How much was it?
It was like $60. It was full price.
Disgusting.
He streamed it and then
Townsy.
returned it the next day. It was Townsy.
Amazing. And your winner with 46.15% of the vote is the one and only Piranha Plant Trip from Mario Bros. Wonder.
I love
This was so good.
I love talking about the best sound in a game, and we can't play the sound.
Yeah, no, we will.
Wow,
get-
just imagine what this is like.
Yep. Ben's got it. That's it. That's what they sound like.
Okay, Brayden, what happened in November?
Well, as everyone knows, one of my favorite companies is Blizzard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no.
You've got your Kotek shirt on.
Oh, yeah, I love...
Your Come At Me Kotek shirt.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
What?
Bobby Kotek.
He can die in a fire for all I care. But on the 8th of November, Blizzard announced its intent to transition the Overwatch League into a more traditional esports structure. Basically, the Overwatch League is dead, and Overwatch as an
What
esport
happened?
is like...
What happened with Overwatch?
Yeah, like it was really popular. They released Overwatch 2. People said this is trash, and
Yep.
now no one plays it anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, they promised. They were like Cenobites. They promised forever and never delivered.
Damn, that was beautiful, Dan. I know it's from Hellraiser, but damn. But yeah, Overwatch really just fell into a place of absolute, truly dog shit. Because, Blizzard clearly shot themselves in the foot with the whole Overwatch 2 thing, not developing the events thing and all that crap.
Yeah, they just didn't make it.
And then along with that as well, other games were rising in popularity, like Valorant. Like people freaking love Valorant.
Unfortunately, the structure of like what's this game called?
Overwatch.
Overwatch and that. I think they're dying like for popularity. Like this thing is.
However,
dying.
I will say there is a new one out at the moment that people are really enjoying called The Finals. It's
I've heard about that.
Yeah, people are enjoying it. Alex, one of my mates, he's been playing it a whole bunch.
Is it a football grand final game?
Yes.
Yeah, it's specifically AFL Grand Finals.
Just AFL.
No, it's a new first-person shooter, team-based, teams of 3, I think. And it's got a really cool looking vibe. It's like it's a big dystopian TV show, reality show, gun thing. But it looks pretty cool. And I'm hearing good things about it. But Overwatch is dead. And I wish Bobby Kotick was too. And then, also in November, basically every company on the sun laying people off.
Yep.
We got people laying off
Right
from
before
Amazon,
holiday season.
Bungie,
Good times.
absolutely everyone. I feel like, speaking of Skill Up's weekly news roundups, I feel like every single week there was a segment where he would discuss every single layoff that happened because it was just so freaking many this year. It's incredibly sad. And I think everyone deserves better.
Yes.
No, think of the shareholders. Think of them, Brayden.
They
need their
I do
need their
think of them.
100 Christmas turkeys.
Think of them dead.
Think of shareholders and how much money they got
or board members.
when GTA 6 was announced on the 6th of December, and we got a beautiful trailer that was leaked.
Was it leaked?
It was leaked.
How-
They
how
announced the
early?
leak. They announced that it would be
Announce the leak.
No, they announced the trailer would be coming. Then the trailer got leaked, so then Rockstar went, screw it, release it now. And like just took all the thunder out of the leaker trailer.
I think it was like less than 24 hours.
What do you mean still all the
before
thunder
they
leak?
were-
What about taking the thunder out of their trailer as well? I
Well,
think
that's
no one won that situation.
No.
So what is the opinion of it? What is everyone thinking?
All very positive. All very positive.
And
yeah.
why is that?
Braden?
So, Dan.
So this is like
To
this
quote-
is,
to
wait,
quote
wait,
you
wait,
two from
this is like
before
your
the show.
Half-Life 4 coming out or 3, whatever. Like you know what I mean? Like this has been 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like for them to actually bring it out, I
Oh,
thought
there's-
I thought they never would.
There
I
has
thought
been
they
some
just
memes. There has been some great memes, especially with people going, I was 22 when the GTA 5 came out. I'm 36 now. I don't think I'll ever see GTA 7.
It's true. So before the show, Ben's like, I was like looking through the run sheet. I'm like, Ben, you didn't mention the GTA 6 trailer coming out. And Ben's like, everyone's seen it. No one cares. And Dan goes, wait, there's a GTA 6 trailer.
I haven't seen it.
It was amazing.
Can you play it?
No, we can't because
Copyright.
Rockstar, because of the whole leak thing and then them knocking down everyone about it and only having theirs up on their channel.
Okay.
So
So
they're really litigious with it.
Everyone's like psyched on it. Is there anything different about it, or is it just like?
So-
is it just? Where's it set?
Vice City and the fictional state of La something, which is Florida.
I watched an hour and a half video the other day on the making of like the original GTA's.
Yep, the top
I
down.
didn't realize that Vice City, San Andreas, all those cities were in it as levels.
Yeah.
Like I
great.
was like, they're from because it was made in like the UK, and that's why they did the UK one as well. But man, it's a bit of TNA so far.
Yeah,
I'm
who
not
would have thought?
Yeah.
In a GTA game.
Right, haven't we moved past that shit? Or is it still just for fucking hey bros, this game?
So we have a female main character,
Oh, cool.
part of a couple. It's a very Bonnie and Clyde situation. I believe this shot from the end of the trailer.
Wow, it only took them 6 games, and out of all that lasted all of gaming history to put a female protagonist in
And
their
it
game.
only took 6 minutes for my computer to show that image. So,
Yeah, that was
These are very high-res images. I will give it that.
yeah, but still.
But yeah, so this one's set in Florida. They're very clearly making fun of Florida
and memes.
and the internet and TikTok and shit. So, you know, it's GTA. It's going to have
does
commentary on pop culture.
I wonder, these are probably the PC versions, aren't they?
Not coming to PC.
Oh, shame.
So
Shame.
doing
Really?
the,
Oh, that's right. It was always like one of those kind of games that always came to PC later, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
I think they said that just
Jesus.
in order
That's
to
some-
run it.
That's some graphics.
Like PCs they don't have the power to run it or something, or to get it working was
I wouldn't be surprised.
There were issues. There were actual technical issues as to why it's not launching on PC, which is why you get a console.
There's been no. They didn't say what. Is there like a reason? Like, is there? Why is it? Why does people like it? Like, to me, it's just like, yeah, cool. It looks like GTA.
It's just new GTA. Yeah, that's it.
It's just more.
Yeah.
Is it like bigger?
Bigger,
It's apparently
shinier.
Because
going
I
to
think
be
it should be smaller.
gigantic.
And just look better.
This one's fun. Did anyone see about this one?
Yeah, how the guy that they modelled that over has said, you got 2 weeks to give me $2 million, otherwise my lawyer's going to eat you for breakfast.
Florida Joker, who is a
Convicted criminal.
whose mugshot got memed about online because he has a bunch of tattoos all over his face that make him look like some messed up version of the Joker. And I mean, not to get in trouble with their lawyers, but this is very clearly a parody of that, I think. But he's gone, oh, it's my likeness. Give me millions, please. And I honestly wouldn't put it past Rockstar to just be like, shut up and just give him money.
Oh, you reckon?
I reckon Rockstar's lawyers would have looked over the trailer and gone, yes, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, parody. Does not have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, he's in jail.
Let's
looks good.
Let's very quickly talk the Game Awards. So
You have to do it.
Game Awards. What's the primary thing of a game award? What awards do you think that they would give out? Awards. So someone did the metrics. The show ran for about 3.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Only 9% or 19% of the show was actually dedicated to devs and the awards.
That's sad.
People
What
were
was the other
told
stuff?
people were told to wrap up. Like winners, devs who came up to accept their awards, came up on stage, spoke for I think about 10, 15 seconds before they got a message popping up saying, "Yeah, wrap it up."
They were told they had 30 seconds once they were on stage to talk. And yeah, within 15 seconds, they had a thing on the teleprompter saying, please wrap it up. And they would instantly play music to get
What's
people
going
off.
on here?
This is Chris Judge
Not doing that.
making the funniest joke of the night, saying that his speech last year was longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign.
Ooh.
People got butthurt about it. But it was
It
hilarious.
was amazing. It was great.
But yeah, the please wrap up sign just popped up. Again, 90% of the awards was just for the awards. It was there primarily to circle jerk. So Jeff Keighley could hang out with Timothy Chalamet.
It's a Doom kid.
And
June kid.
It's Willy Wonka.
Is that good?
No, it's a horrible film. Pretty much the Game Awards now, like we have to remember it's Keighley's. Like it's his baby. He can do whatever he wants with it. That's cool. I just don't think that it should. Yeah, Flick Guy. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry,
That's
I got distracted. I just don't think that these things should be lumped together. Now, I understand with E3 going and whatnot, people want more of these types of things. But you can't ignore people who spend years dedicating their lives to games and give them 30 seconds to say, oh, yeah, cheers, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I just think it's all about Keighley looking cool, having exclusives, and rubbing shoulders with celebrities who had a lot more time on stage than any game developer. Like, it's not about the game developer. It's not actually about the games.
That crazy wind dude has been on more, longer than...
That's Flute Guy. He's a meme.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's got a massive flute as well.
Ooh.
Braden, what do you think?
Skin flute.
Yeah, I think it is incredibly indulgent. I understand the points of like, see that I get when people are like, oh, but they need to pay for it, so they need all the advertising and stuff.
Did Bill Clinton play?
We don't need a 2-minute segment with Gonzo and the chicken.
Yeah.
Like,
we get it. He fucks a chicken.
Like,
it's hilarious.
It was
What?
real
Really?
weird.
Yeah, it's his wife.
2 minutes. And they didn't have the developers of Sea of Stars come up and accept their award.
No, they just got announced during the post show. Sydney Goodman.
In the quick ones.
And I've said this before. Let's just go back to that. Keighley, get off stage. You're boring and uncharismatic. Put Sydney Goodman as the host. She's good. She knows what she's doing.
I reckon he's alright.
No, he's boring as shit.
Did you see, though, that when he fully stood up for Kojima that time? That was good.
Well, that was good because Kojima deserves it. However, as a massive Kojima mark, I will say, Dev's coming up and only getting 30 seconds, and then Kojima gets like 15 minutes to just talk about bullshit. That
Kojima's
no one knows.
entire segment is almost 9 minutes long. And,
Really?
And they had
that's a
so
bit
many
rough, eh?
awards.
Oh, I
not-
can't stay
yeah.
mad at you, Kojima.
I
It's
mean,
not his fault that he was allowed to talk for long.
I believe it was Triple Click recently. Not Triple Click. It was Skill Up who recently put it as a 6-minute circle jerk with Kojima and Jordan Peele.
The whole show was a circle jerk. Like, that's all it is. And all right, Keeley pays for it. He gets it off the ground. I understand that. But to put yourself front and center as like this game industry icon.
How standoffy Jordan Peele is.
Yeah, Jordan Peele's great. He's seething coolness.
He's cool.
He's great. But yeah, like, look at the odd one out there. You got Mr. Cool, Mr. Cooler, Cool Translator, and then Jeff Keighley looking like the world's biggest year 9 nerd with like a pencil protector.
Wait, is that guy in the
Pocket
middle of the
protector.
translator?
Yes.
Kojima can speak English.
Yeah, but these types of things.
Doesn't want to.
Yeah, I think it ruins the mystique. Kojima's podcast was good up until Keeley joined it. And then just going, all right, here's the latest news from the Game Awards. That's my Jeff Keighley impression. Anyway, in conclusion, there wasn't really a lot for
Ben
it.
doesn't like it.
No, I wasn't a fan. And I watched the trailers afterwards because I was working that day. Nothing really stood out besides the Jurassic Park survival game because I want to be where the dinosaurs are.
Was there any announcement of, like-
bring that up. Give me a sec.
What? Huh?
I'm about to bring footage of it up. It was a really nice looking trailer.
What did Kojima announce? What was the
He announced his new horror survival game for Xbox called OD, and he's making it with Jordan Peele.
just 2 letters?
Yep.
Like
OD.
overdose.
Yep.
Is it just going to be PT?
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Oh,
I
I'm
don't
all for it.
understand why he has why they didn't do it before. Like, he doesn't have to. I didn't give a shit that PT was a tie-in to Silent Hills.
Mhm.
I didn't care about that. I was actually, I'm going to say it, I was a little bit disappointed at the end when it was Silent Hills. I thought there was a new awesome IP about to come out.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh yeah, cool. And I thought, you know what? I love Silent Hill, so I can get behind that. But
I
yeah.
really like this trailer. It looks wonderful.
I don't know how they rendered this trailer, but like it's ridiculously
it's like
good
Rosario
looking.
Dawson a little bit
This was great.
from back.
So you're basically back in the 90s on the island. You got left behind when everyone
This
got
is the
evacuated.
exact scene that the girl did.
Yeah, so
With the raptor in the kitchen.
yeah, no, it was their Dilophosaur. But yeah, basic story is you're a scientist who got left behind on Isla Nublar after everyone got evacuated, and now it's just you're the only person, and you have to like survive the night with all the dinosaurs coming after you.
Is it Is there gameplay?
Yeah, there's a little bit of
I
gameplay.
don't-
Is it like
I don't
Is it
know-
like
I don't
Last of
think
Us
there was
style?
gameplay, Was there?
Sorry, what?
Was there gameplay? Oh, there was.
On the end of the trailer,
I
yeah.
forgot about
Is
the
it
gameplay.
Last of Us style or is it first person? Because the first person really takes me out of good stuff like this.
Oh, Dan, you're going to hate this game then.
Is the first person.
You play as the T-Rex.
That would actually be fun.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought that was, oh, that's interesting. I thought.
It would be cool, actually. Wouldn't mind being Mr. T-Rex.
No, there's gameplay.
No,
Looks like Far Cry.
No, it's like Mirror's Edge again with dinosaurs.
Mirror's Edge with dinosaurs is pretty good.
It's great.
Just
All right. It's time for the game of the sexy year.
Oh, you don't want my recommendations from what was? I've one.
you know, the last half of this, I'm not even in like to do any talking in this episode.
I put one here. I put one here specifically for Dan.
All right.
Where?
So first off, I want to shout out because it was freaking awesome reveal. We got Blade coming from Arcane Studios Leon.
Yeah, this is good.
The makers of Dishonored and Deathloop. Perfect for a Blade game. Like, oh my god. Like, it looks awesome. Their art style suits this so well. It's going to be third person rather than first person.
Nice.
I am keen for this one. So I wanted to shout that one out.
Because it's got this 90s bit.
Oh,
like the
so
red and
cool.
using like yeah.
We're not going to see it for another 5 years. So.
It'll come
500
out
years.
in 2026 and it'll be great.
They'll rush it out and it'll be a mobile game.
We did also get this fun Sega trailer where they dropped 5 games at once and recreated the Sega Eye thing. Here it is.
Oh,
And
that
then-
thing. Yeah.
So
you're
Dan
right.
hasn't seen this, which is why I wanted to show this off for Dan. So there's some Jet Set Radio is a new one.
Rollerblading. Gross.
We've got a new one from is
Street
that
Fighter?
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Oh.
We had a Streets of Rage, and it was really good.
Yeah.
And then we've got this one, which
Shinobi.
is Shinobi. and then Golden Axe.
Golden Axe looks cool.
Oh, Golden. Right. Vicious Video, we into that. They love
and
the
then Crazy
as they call them, the
Taxi.
Barbos.
Bit
Crazy
of fun.
Taxi.
Yeah.
That was the
I did see quite a lot of
Break all the
people
rules.
very excited for them to actually be like.
And they have announced more games as well.
Oh, have they?
Wait, so that is a what? Is that some sort
They're
of...
just rebooting their IPs. So instead of focusing on Sonic and bringing out a mediocre Sonic game every 6 months, they're bringing out mediocre other Sega games.
So they're just taking a leaf out of Nintendo? By
Pretty
just,
much. Well, it's worked for them. Who's
just-
still in business.
Just riding your old IPs
Yep.
forever.
Forever.
Until eventually one of them's really good, Super Mario Wonder.
Yep.
Like,
From the creators of Untitled Goose Game, we got an incredibly weird little look at a game called Big Walk, which you play these weird little characters, and it's like a co-op hiking hangout game.
but you like look at them through binoculars?
I don't know. It looks
Huh? No?
really interesting, but like I don't know much about like. And the
problem with-
voiceover was like them all chatting, and it was really wholesome.
And they all sound like Pingu.
Yeah, they do sound and look like Pingu, which is great.
The problem with if you're too you do too much innovation in a game, people hate it.
Yep.
Like this looks really weird, but it looks super cute, which is strange.
Remember,
I don't know what it is like. Anyway, this last one is very, very specifically for Dan.
Brayden's got all his up his sleeve. Go.
So, honorable
good, I'll
mentions very
smash ya.
quickly. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is basically a new Budokai Tenkaichi game. Tales of Kanzera Zao got a really touching reveal. That was the one where the dude said he was making this game for his dad who passed away recently, which is beautiful. I'm glad they actually didn't play him off during that because that was really good. And we're also getting a sequel to Case of the Golden Idol, which I've been loving lately. Rise of the Golden Idol, which looks sick. But this one is for you guys. So, Studio Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells, revealed this in the pre-show. It wasn't even in the actual Game Awards. This was in the pre-show. It's called Windblown. It has a really fun-looking art style, and Dan, you're going to love it because it's actually violent.
All right. Is that an axolotl?
It is.
By the creators of Dead Cells.
So, it is basically what I would call Hades, but 3-player co-op.
Oh, shit.
And it looks sick.
That
does look cool.
Sexy. I wonder if that trailer was done by the Australians, like the who did like the Cult of Lamb trailer and everything.
Ooh, yeah.
Half Giant.
Oh, yeah, nice. But yeah, it looks super cool.
It looks heaps like their style.
And I think it is going to be a real smash hit when it comes out. So might tide some people over until Hades 2 finishes development.
Yeah, this looks great.
Is Hades 2 not out yet?
No.
It showed some gameplay for a second, but I didn't quite see
Yeah,
much.
It's mainly just this really nice animated sequence. But
like
no,
an
the
animation.
gameplay looked awesome.
I
Like the
wanted to
little
see, like,
tease of
It just
gameplay.
didn't look very violent compared to those.
Oh, it'll get there. They'll add the gore. Speaking of adding the gore, Goatsy time. Okay. Game of the Sexy Year is awarded to the game that had a very good year. And the nominees are Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Jedi Survivor, Baldur's Gate 3, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Oh, no Alan Wake 2.
No Alan Wake 2.
Not out for long enough?
No, correct. Yeah, the official board of Hack the Dino said no, it's ineligible.
Next year,
And
Alan.
not that he forgot. And the winner is Baldur's Gate 3. Surprise, surprise. There we go.
I saw that list and went, I went, Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I haven't played it, but I just know.
Alright.
The other thing is, when you just hear enough about a game, you just know it's going to win. Like, when you're like,
And everyone raves about it, and no one really has anything bad to say. It's like, oh, yeah, well, that's going to take it.
fuck the bear.
Well,
Shit like that, yeah.
it's one of the highlights. All right, very, very quickly, I had some questions on the end of the voting form as well for people to fill out. So, best part of Hack the Dino. Here's some of the responses. The news banter ratio, so that's good. The banter, so people like the bantering. Good.
You can't change the name of the show to The Banter.
We should.
The Game Banter.
Worst thing we ever did was call this Hack the Dino, but oh well. 1, the best part of the show when Ben isn't talking, and 2, when the crew shows their pickups. So I can not talk. I can also not be here. And guess what? The show doesn't get done. So choose your poison. The Retro Challenge, which is good because it's continuing next year. The Seamless Segways. Welcome. And the Australians, of which we have plenty.
That's like all of them.
It is. Crikey.
You just get drilled, don't you?
All the time. All the time.
You asked for it, though.
Worst part of Hack the Dino, when Ben talks. Again, I can just go away. If you want, sound off in the comments.
What does that mean?
So basically, when I try and get the major news of the last fortnight and talk about that. And a lot of the time it's past its prime and people have spoken about it before, which is why I'm thinking maybe we might tweak it a little bit next year. We'll see. You guys don't make enough money. Thank you. There's a way around that. You can tell your friends and family to go to patreon.com /Hack the Dino and support us for a couple of bucks. Or, if you don't have any money to spare, you can just like our videos, share our videos, share our content. That's how we get stuff. And the shine off Ben's head. Well, I didn't shave tonight, so there's a little bit of regrowth happening. So apologies.
Sorry to those people who look forward to that.
Yeah. And finally, what can we do better? More personal opinions. The person who says he doesn't like me talking, go fuck yourself. There's one for you.
Vote Greens.
Sorry?
I said vote Greens.
Yeah, there you go. Dan, what's your personal opinion?
I've had heaps of them, you know, if you haven't noticed. My personal opinion, that we didn't show enough of my game because the world stopped it.
Should I try and open it again?
No. The Australians, we can do that better. Deserves more love than it gets. Agreed. Again, share, tell your friends. If every one of you just share it on your Facebook page or your Instagram and just like it and stuff like that, the TikTok, that'd be a huge help. A one-off, an offshoot live stream that runs 24/7 involves Ben's new chrono trigger being placed on a small table in front of a window that takes in a lot of sunlight. So the slow progress of sun damage to the box can be seen in real time. Michael Towns, you're a very naughty person and you need to stop. And finally, keep up the incremental improvements. Keep doing what you are doing. Thank you. We shall. Incremental improvements.
That one says by Ben Rosenthal.
All right.
Hey,
very quickly.
Before we have this game,
Yep.
look what I got running.
What do you got running?
I got running Dan's game.
This is my game. This is a room, my Silent Hill themed room. Every game needs a weird, giant, caged, shit-looking monster in the middle that bangs the cage when you go near it. Can you see it? And
yes.
every game needs a good Silent Hill homage as well.
I concur.
And then, what about my other video, Braden, of my clowns?
We can. Okay, give me a second.
This is going to lock the computer up again.
No, it's fine. So
It wouldn't be that locked down. It's just a video.
Last time I opened it up in VLC Media Player. This time I'm opening it up in Windows Media Player.
Or what about Windows TV Film, or whatever it's called, is the best.
Oh, God.
Okay,
here we
We're
go.
so close to the end.
Circus time.
There we are. And look at my little clowns.
This is what I saw on TikTok the other day.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It's great. You get to shoot clowns in the face.
And
Speaking of shooting things in the face, it's time to
dynamite.
quiz on your face.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. You're all ready for quiz.
I'm loving it.
4 questions. Multiple choice. And ask question. Multiple choice answers.
How many are that? 4.
4.
And these are from... Did you make these up?
2 from me, 2 from producer level Patreons. First one is from Michael Towns. It's about E3. The first E3 in 1995 was held in the Los Angeles Convention Center, and only 3 E3s have been held elsewhere. The Georgia World Congress Center held 2 E3 events in 1997 and 1998. Where was the third location? Was it A, Santa Monica Airport, E3 2007. B, Walt Disney World Resort, Orlando, Florida, E3 1996. C, the Space Needle, Seattle, Washington, E3 2001. Or D, the bottom of an Xbox 360 Avatar shoe, E3 2009. Wham, bam, there it is.
What were the first 2 again? Quick, not to say what were the places?
Santa Monica Airport or Walt Disney World.
Braden.
Yes, Braden.
Santa Monica Airport.
You're correct.
I was
There it
fucking
is.
going to say that.
That was the...
I didn't know we had to say a name.
It's the West Coast.
I haven't got the sheet up, Braden, but you get 2 points.
I got what? 2?
Yep.
Man, I was going to say that.
Actually, it is there. Yeah, there you go. 21. So you're tying with Anto. Congratulations. Woo. All right.
I thought you asked us.
No. You have to call out your name. That was Dan versus the world.
Dan versus the world back in the day.
Damn, I was sitting there waiting, and I go,
All right, but you have to wait until I'm finished. That's the main thing. You have to wait until I'm finished because I have to get my jokes in.
You say finished?
Quiz on your face. In which of these games do you have to save Xmas? A. Die Hard Trilogy. B. Batman Returns. C. James Pond 2 Robocod. Or D. Chrono Trigger.
Dan.
James
Pod.
Did you actually know that?
Yeah, I played it.
Oh, yes, correct.
I have a story about that.
Oh, really?
So when I was younger, I was very sick.
Yep.
And I was on a lot of drugs called prednisolone, and they didn't know at that time that it mixed. No, yeah, the prednisolone mixed with Sudafed very badly.
Uh-oh.
So basically, I was in primary school when that game came out. I like James Pond franchise, and I got it, and this effect was happening on me, and I fucking got haunted by that game. That thing, it's going like this, and you can go, and you can stretch and shit, and it's all psychedelic and weird, and I
tripped balls.
Yeah, I just it broke me. I got physically scared of that game.
Do you reckon you could play it now? Will you be triggered?
It's so boring. But yeah, the music, every part of it, because I was just yeah. And yeah, that's one of my stories of James, Robocod. He's not doing the bit where he goes up.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Next.
Next is from Dylan the Villain. And Dylan asks, Check Quest was a video game that was released as a prize from Check's cereal boxes in 1996. It was a total conversion of which popular video game? A. Doom. B. Super Mario. C. Donkey Kong. Or D. Wolfenstein.
Oh, God. Braden.
Yes, Braden.
I'm going to say Donkey Kong.
Incorrect. Dan. Yes.
Wolfenstein.
Also incorrect. It was Doom.
I should have known that. That's
Check's
like my
Quest
bread and
was a
fucking
Doom
butter.
like?
Do you know what's really weird? Because I just read the Doom novel,
Yeah.
which is about them making it. I knew...
Who gave you that Doom novel?
You did.
Yeah, pretty cool guy.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was like the best thing I've ever read. And then Sarah read it, and it was the best thing she's ever read. And she's not even into Doom.
Yeah, right.
It's generally one of the best novels I've ever read.
Oh, I almost feel bad about swapping it for a Game Boy.
Masters of Doom. Yeah, I remember the name, but I was like, I know it's Wolfenstein or Doom. I couldn't remember which one it was. I remembered it, but I couldn't remember which one it was.
I always
because they made both of them.
You know when they brought out a whole heap of Doom mods in the 90s? And the Simpsons Doom and everything? Swedish Chef's Kitchen of Doom still remains to this day one of my favourites. It's great.
This is definitely the Doom engine.
It's basically Doom, but you're killing vegetables as the Swedish chef, and he's just going around going,
There was another food-based one as well called where you hit them with a fry pan.
Yeah, I think it was Swedish Chef.
No, it was another one. It was called Splonk or something. It was pretty rubbish.
I also did like Simpsons Doom. Anyway, no one got points on that one. Here we go, Braden. This is your chance. This is your chance to win, Braden. If you get this, it's worth 5,000 points.
Damn.
So if Dan gets it, he also wins. Here we go. Final question for 5,000 points.
I don't know what a win.
Floppy's so angry right now.
Watch none of us get it.
So last year when we did this on the final show, it legit came down to Anto and Floppy, and Anto legitimately won. He legitimately won on the tiebreaker question. So Floppy lost. So Floppy's going to lose again. Which of these games was set on Christmas Eve? Was it A, Mario's Time Machine? B, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake? C, Batman Arkham City? Or D, The Floppy Game?
Oh, I don't know about the floppy game, but Dan?
Yes, Dan?
Metal Gear.
100% correct, Dan!
Oh my
wins!
God.
I was obsessed with that game.
Oh my God.
I got a story about that game. It was Metal Gear. It was Sons of Liberty, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, what did you say?
It was Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. The NES one. The MSX one.
Oh yeah, I got it wrong, but I got it right.
Even better. Even better.
I thought it was the wrong game.
God damn it. Incredible.
Michael Towns in the live chat has said, floppy game 2 settings now confirmed. Oh, who saves Christmas? Amazing. So at the end of that round, and the winner, we've got Trent on 0, Brett on 1 point, Jazz on 4 points, Zach on 6 points, Patrick on 12, Braden on 21, Anto also on 21, tied third, well done. Floppy on 28, and Dan, the winner, on 5,004 points. Well done, Dan. Congratulations.
I don't think I've won any of these rounds ever.
You won that
6 years, 7 years, or whatever we're doing.
Well done, Dan.
But we are now not going on a little break, a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a holiday.
Brain's already gone.
We're going to have a bit of a break over the holiday season, and we will be back streaming live on Friday, January 26th is when we'll be back live. But don't worry, we have episodes and never before seen and heard clips coming out to you throughout the weeks when we're not here, so you can still get your dice of dino, your dice dino, your dino, you're getting some dino in you, all over you.
Up and in you.
All over there. But we will see you again live on the 26th of January. Be sure to check out our Twitch stream, though, because we may stream if we get bored. You never know. We may put some Fortnite in. Been playing Fortnite Lego. That stuff's great. But have a good time with everything, because we like that, and also like the fact that you're here with us. But this isn't all we do. Dan.
I do some other things. You can find me over on my podcast, on TerraVision Horror Podcast. You look that up on Spotify. That's just how you do stuff these days. There's no link. There is a website, which I saw tonight for the first time, which Jen does. You can also find me at Greenlight Comics at 18 Stevens Place in Adelaide. Come down there, grab a graphic novel. It's Christmas time. So many good things to grab down there.
Spend your money on small businesses. That's a good idea. Who said that?
Shop local. Don't. Oh, man.
Someone had a really good TikTok about that.
I had a whinge today to my dad about just how Amazon works. He's like, why don't they make it illegal? And I said, oh, Dad, let me get into this. He was just like, if they're bad businesses, why do we allow this? And then, yeah, fuck that. And then, what else do I do? You can also follow Catalyst Dungeons and Dining Tables Discord, and see what the games of that saying. You can also follow me newly on TikTok.
Whoa!
Under End of Ember Game. End of Ember Game. Do you know what? I also had the chance of just getting End of Ember, but I wanted to put game on it.
You should get them both. Just park it.
So you can follow me on TikTok to get just video updates and bits and bobs of my game dev stuff. Is that how it's just your name you search for on
TikTok? Yeah, I think so.
End of Ember Game.
Speaking of which, look up Hack the Dino while you're there. I put up show clips and retro hunting. You should do that. But before we throw to Braden,
happy birthday tomorrow, Dylan.
Was just about to say, happy birthday, Dylan the villain.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
HB. I have yet to change the picture to a picture of him. It's just my mug at my work.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday,
See, there's a million videos up. I've actually had some videos that TikTok just won't play.
Oh, really?
Well,
yeah, same. Every now and then, for whatever reason,
they get
three
views, and I just take them down because I'm like, well, I don't understand. And then I deleted one, put it back up, and have it again. And I was like, is it the content? Deleted scene from The Greatest Showman.
Braden, what do you do?
Oh, hi. How's it going? I do another podcast where I talk about movies and TV shows and wrestling over with my mates.
Wrestling's officially made it into the vernacular now.
Yeah, we talk about it every week. So
wait, really?
Yeah, we have to.
As in which
like WWE?
Which one was I watching?
AEW, the good one.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man.
He's my guy.
He's the best.
Recently,
he's
what
like
have we discussed?
Gosling if he was a wrestler.
Yep.
So recently, Chris has been really enjoying this show called Pantheon, which is a animated series on, I believe, Amazon. So pirate it or something.
Yep.
But it's apparently very good.
Oh, fuck Bezos.
So worth checking out. I am loving Doctor Who. Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Doctor
Wait,
Who
wait,
is
whoa,
back
whoa, 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 slow
in a
down.
big way.
There's Doctor Who after Christopher Eccleston. That's worth watching.
Brayden, just quickly, did you see Christopher Eccleston's interview?
No.
Okay, so he was on stage with Billy Piper at a convention or something.
Yep.
And someone asked the question, would you ever consider coming back?
And he's like, well, I haven't done anything since it.
No, he was Malekith.
Yeah.
So basically, they asked him other questions, and I saw a TikTok where they had a really funny reaction to it. Like, one of the questions, he pretty much just tells the person to fuck off. And then there's another one, and he talks about how Billy Piper is the best goddamn actress in the world. And they said, what would it take you for to come back to Doctor Who?
Doctor Hoy.
Dr. Hoy. And he just goes, yeah, fire Russell T Davis, fire this person, fire this person, fire this person, fire this person, then I'll think about it.
Wow.
Just openly said it. Does not
Damn.
give a shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why would you? Like, because you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
Yeah, so it's
Shooter
good?
Gatwa.
Shooter Gatwa is, oh my God.
How could, wait, is it good? Like,
It's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
why?
So-
Why? Like,
so
what?
everything. So Doctor Who really took a deep dive when Chris Chibnall took over.
He destroyed it with his writing.
Is that
and-
the writer? Isn't Mothman really Moffat?
Moffat, no, he's been
Stephen
gone for a while.
Mothman.
Chibnall took over.
He
Moffat.
was all the best episodes.
He was. No, so Chibnall took over from him, completely bombed the series. The class and...
What were his, like, doctors?
Yeah,
End of Capaldi and sadly all of Jodie Whittaker.
and Jodie Whittaker was great as a doctor. Really,
The
really
writing
good.
was just atrocious.
The writing was awful.
Did they ever get back to, like... Cause I really loved in that Christopher Eccleston version, because that's the only one I care about. Like, how they put that real dark streak in him.
Yep.
Did that ever come kind of back into it, that he's probably the bad guy?
No, they addressed it, but they never...
That was-
You know what I mean? That was like
the
that was
50th
popping up, and I was like,
anniversary.
oh, I really like the idea that he's possibly what's
for the,
fucking everything
For
up.
the 50th, they did want to get Eccleston back to be with Matt Smith and David Tennant.
I was because the Doctor's they can hang out together, can't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, to wrap it all up. Unfortunately,
He said
that
no.
fell through, and they
How
had
did-
the war.
How did they get around? He was only supposed to have a certain amount of regenerations.
Time Lords gave him an infinite amount of regenerations to save them.
God.
Hey,
Wait. So they were the Time Lords, like the King Time Lords, are in trouble. He saved them. They're like, we'll give you a reward.
No, so they were
we'll
in
give
an
you a
alter-
reward of as many seasons as you want.
They
I
were
mean,
in an alternate reality, and
that's
he was dying on his last
basically
reg-
what happened.
Yeah, and they went, here you go. And they never said, they tiptoe around it. They go, how many regenerations did we give you again? It's like,
Yeah. And guess what, Dan?
Does he
That-
know?
That was from when the show was good.
yeah.
And then it went bad after that.
But hopefully it'll get better
Well,
again.
And
they
oh
can't
my
just
God,
stop
it's-
the IP. It's
it's on
like
a
killing
great-
Batman. You have to have him come back because it's an IP that,
It's off
sorry,
to a
people
great
who
start.
think that people can die in IPs. They can't.
No.
Yeah. You can
Uh,
watch it on
money.
Disney Plus.
What?
You can watch it on the new episodes on Disney Plus.
Can I just jump in from not watching it after Matt Smith?
110% you can.
Hang on. No, what was the guy before Matt Smith?
David Tennant.
David Tennant.
This would be right up your alley if you're a David Tennant fan.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I just didn't care. I just thought it was.
Yes, you can watch it.
Yes. There's 3 specials. They're
You
less
know what
than an
I've been
hour
watching
each.
that I loved? Monarch.
Monarch.
The Godzilla show with
By
Kurt
Matt
Russell
Fraction.
and Kurt Russell's son playing the same character.
Hey, so this show's gone really long. Brayden,
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
because we're going to get post show yet.
This is the post
So,
show.
no, this is wrapping up.
All right, bye.
All right. I also do Bad Game Arts. Go check it out. Quickly do some Bad Game Arts. We have Bad Game Arts, Brayden.
Yep, I got it prepped and ready. You ready?
All right, let's go. Quick fire. There, man. Good.
Thanks, Instagram. Instagram just won't load.
Oh, I thought that was a joke you were doing.
No, not a joke. That's
a great
legitimately
joke.
what happened.
Anyway, this has been Hack the Dino. Follow us over on all the socials at Hack the Dino. Tell your friends, tell your family. Also, check out Instagram links and hackthedino.com with all the other links. But we will be back in another time and space for you to get our words and eat them alongside a nice quiche. I recommend the cheese one. Dan, what kind of cheese do you like in your quiches?
Jarlsberg.
It's the best. But until next time, remember these words, and really remember these words. They're very important.